Welcome to the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. Here's your host, Brien Hanley.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's your main man, Big B, Brien Hanley, again with you. Welcome back to the Big 12 Insiders. Continuing our series of counting down the games in the Big 12 Conference in the 2025 season. We are at week 7. Now, again, for some context, this is July, people. So by the time we get to week 7, teams could be that we think are good or bad or that are good, just like last year. Everything could be totally different, but it's the summertime and just wanted to count down the games as of now. Clearly, we're going to do this again during the season and find out exactly, go week to week on which game is best. But as of today, this is who I think in week 7, the best games within the Big 12 Conference. So I appreciate you guys being in here. We're going to count down the games and tell you which one is the best. But before we do anything, remember, as always, to like, follow, subscribe, continue to get in the comment section like you guys always do. And remember to always hit that notification bell so you know exactly when Big 12 Insiders content comes out. Without further ado, let's get into this thing. So no Friday games in the slate. Thank goodness. I know I say it every video, but I'm going to continue to say it. I understand the exposure that a Friday night game can give to the conference, to the schools. I get that. Friday night is for high school football. Period. End of story. I'm never going to back off of that. Never going to back off. Doesn't mean I won't watch the games. I want to make that clear. Doesn't mean I'm not going to watch, good Big 12 football on a Friday night. Absolutely. But I still believe it's for high school. But we don't have any in week 7. That's a good thing. As far as the slate is concerned, there's some good games. Now BYU at Arizona, we'll see what Arizona's got. UCF, Cincinnati. One that really intrigues me, Iowa State at Colorado. We'll see. Colorado, new stars, no Travis Hunter, no Shedeur Sanders. Is the offensive line going to be improved? What's going to happen with the offensive line? We will find out there. Iowa State, always a physical football team, replacing 2 big-time wide receivers that got drafted in the second day of the NFL draft. We'll see what this game brings to the table. TCU at Kansas State. I think this one's really underrated. Again, not enough people understood how good TCU actually ended the season. I know myself, like a lot of others, wrote them off earlier on in the year because of 2 bad losses. And not just my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion. You lose at home after having a big lead at UCF. Then you get smacked around by Houston. Those are bad losses. But they ended up winning 9 football games, and a lot of people think they're going to be a lot better this year. We'll see. We will see. Going to Kansas State, Manhattan, Kansas, never an easy task. It's a really good football game. TCU at Kansas State. You start going down the list, Kansas at Texas Tech, who knows? But the one game that I think stands above all of them, this is one of the better games in the Big 12 this year. Arizona State goes to Utah. Now, Utah fell flat on its face last year. No ifs, ands, or buts. They did. You can go through the reasons why, but the fact remains total disappointment, not just for their fans, but for the conference in general. You're bringing in Utah thinking that they're going to come in and be a powerhouse, and they weren't. It's time for them to get their get back. They got a better quarterback. They bring in an offensive coordinator that the quarterback played for, so he's got familiarity. It's an opportunity. Utah always brings defense, but they also have a good offensive line. Not enough people talk about the offensive line that Utah has. And I think that's the key. Arizona State, I love the mindset of this football team. They feel like they left some meat on the bone last year. They won the Big 12, but they feel like they left some meat on the bone in the college football playoff. And they feel like they're a better team. I know that's saying a lot when you lose a guy like Cam Scadaboo who meant so much to them, but they feel like they're better. Not necessarily because they replaced him. They just feel like everything that they brought back, everything that they added, keeping the continuity of the coaching staff, And when you bring back a quarterback like Sam Levitt and then everything, I feel like they might be better. But more importantly, they feel like they are better. And I just like this matchup. I mean, again, it's not an early season game, or September or something. It's not late in the season. Was it October 11th? But look, it's a big-time football game. And it's big nationally because while I know there's no Big 12 teams that are going to be ranked in the AP poll, any higher, it doesn't seem like higher than 20, which is absolutely insane. But I can go on about that every single week. I won't bother you with that today. But it's going to mean something because by this time in the season, there's going to be some losses here or there from not necessarily these teams, but teams across the country. So this is a big game because you got to start jockeying for position. Because if they're already going to disrespect the conference, you got to try to get as many good wins as possible. And no matter who wins this football game, it's a good win. Because I fully expect Utah to bounce back. Fully expect them to bounce back. We'll get into my preseason rankings for the Big 12 conference at a later date. But I expect Utah to be one of the biggest comeback teams in college football, if there is such a thing. I'm not sure that there is, but we can have one here. No big deal. So I expect that from them. But I don't expect Arizona State to fall on their face. I don't expect that at all. Their coaching staff, from the players, just the fan support, I don't expect that. I think that's going to be one of the better games within the Big 12 conference, and we get it October 11th, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited about it, really excited about it. And again, it's about jockeying for position nationally. Yeah, the conference means everything. Well, let me take that back. I shouldn't say it means everything. It's a big piece, and you want to win your conference. But we saw a national champion last year that didn't win the conference. Not only did they not win the conference, they weren't even in the conference championship game. Ohio State didn't even qualify for the Big Ten title, and yet they won the national championship. The only difference is, I don't think there's going to be a Big 12 team that doesn't make it to the Big 12 title game that's even going to get invited to the college football playoff, much less have an opportunity to win it. So for Big 12 participants, you got to win. You just got to go win. And this is a big stepping stone for either team. It's going to be a raucous crowd. How I think it's Rice Eccles in Utah. And again, I'm not trying to disrespect Utah. I just believe that's how you pronounce it. That place is insane. Haven't been there. On my list, I may get to a game there this season. Everything, I mean, you can just see on TV how crazy it is. It's going to be a raucous atmosphere. Cannot wait for this game. But for week 7, in my humble opinion, this is the biggest game of the week. So thank you guys, as always, man. I appreciate you guys being in here and giving us the support. Thank you very much. Again, like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate you. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. This has been a Spirit Street production.